You want to know a foreign nation that actually has sleeper cells in America? Israel. And they're called BETAR.
You win the Zionist congressional election, what you get is a huge sum of money to help provide with pro-Israel Zionist programs throughout the diaspora and education throughout the diaspora. Zoe is going to focus, first of all, on safety and security. There's a lot of anti-Semitism going on. We need to be safe. We need to be secure. We also need to fight back. We can provide education, and education is a big thing. That's why you need a good right-wing pro-Israel party that could teach the values of Jabotinsky, could teach about Jewish pride, teach about fighting back, teach about how the land is ours and it's all ours. Because we gotta pass on our love for Eretz Yisrael, our love for Am Yisrael to the next generation. Vote Zoa. The election goes on from March 10th, 2025 to May 4th, 2025. But you're gonna register today because this is important stuff. You can't have some people coming in and teaching your kids about how great Oslo was, because we all know it's a disaster. Zionist Organization of America. See you there. Do you know what you need to do right now? You need to register to vote for the Zionist congressional election so that you can vote for the ZOA coalition. What is the Zionist Organization of America? They have 25 strong pro-Israel parties with them, all pro-Israel, along with BETAR as one of the people part of the ZOA list.
BETAR, a radical Zionist group, is threatening to blow up UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese ahead of her UK visit on March 18, 2025. The group mentioned Albanese in a post on X that referenced Israel's September 2024 pager attacks in Lebanon that killed more than 40 people. Albanese has been a vocal critic of Israel's human rights violations, fiercely speaking out against Tel Aviv's genocidal war on Gaza and its apartheid practices in occupied Palestine. But this is not the first time the group has targeted pro-Palestinian voices. A BETAR member once placed a pager in the pocket of Norman Finkelstein, a Jewish-American political activist and staunch critic of Israel. In an earlier post on X, the group offered $1,800 to anyone who would give Palestinian activist Nirdin Keswani a beeper. The group also called for blood in Gaza in response to a post on X highlighting the number of infants Israel has killed in the besieged Palestinian enclave. Founded by Zionist forefather Ze'ev Jabotinsky in 1929 as a far-right paramilitary group for youths, BETAR is based on a fascist ideology operating through militarism and authoritarianism. Its main branch is registered and operates in the US as a tax-exempt non-profit. This branch is notorious for inciting violence online and infringing on physical properties, and even sent a list of pro-Palestinian activists to the Trump administration to deport. The Anti-Defamation League, accused of enabling Palestinian hate in the US, has ironically blacklisted BETAR for its staunch anti-Islamic views and endless harassment of Muslims.
The Trump administration in the US has made no secret of the fact that it's trying to deport students who've participated in pro-Palestinian protests. But did you know there are multiple pro-Israel, pro-Zionist organizations that claim they're helping? One such group is called BETAR, and even many pro-Israel groups, such as the Anti-Defamation League, consider it an extremist hate group. And it's taking credit for this: the arrest of Turkish PhD student Romeysa Ozturk, who was snatched off the street in Somerville, Massachusetts by federal agents and scheduled for deportation. The Trump administration accuses her of engaging in activities in support of Hamas after she wrote an opinion article calling on her university to acknowledge the Palestinian genocide. Now, BETAR openly advocates for violence against Palestinians, including a demand for the Israeli military to kill more babies in Gaza. And it's repeatedly advocated violence against Arabs and the expulsion of Palestinians from their land. And its members, who are required to swear an oath when they join, also routinely threaten other Jewish people on social media. So, where did this group come from? It was founded in 1923 to advocate for the establishment of a Jewish religious state through violence. It has links to the Carnism ideology, which in Israel is labelled ultra-right-wing and fascist. After the October 7 attacks, BETAR revived its US faction. In a statement to Al Jazeera, a BETAR spokesperson confirmed that it had provided hundreds of names to the Trump administration of visa holders and naturalized Middle Easterners and foreigners who, the group claims, without offering any evidence, support US-designated terrorist organizations. Despite its open support and encouragement for the killing and persecution of Palestinians, BETAR is now a registered non-profit in the United States. That means it's a legal charity that can raise donations tax-free. BETAR says its US operations comply with all laws and regulations. That may be so, but it's an organization that has raised some red flags for observers. Abed Ayoub, the executive director of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, told Al Jazeera BETAR US is acting as a non-profit organization, but they're engaged in aggressive forms of harassment going after First Amendment rights. And that's the right to free speech, which the students facing the threat of deportation have used in their attempts to stop the war on Gaza.
Throughout my reporting, something that just kept coming up online was mention of this group, BETAR. And I, do a quick search and I find out they have this deportation list, but at the time, there was just not a lot of coverage about them. There was only 2 public names attached to them.
Yeah, I was going to just say, it's interesting when you look on their website, it says they're a proud Zionist organization, but then you don't actually see many names on there. So you don't really know who is in the group.
Yeah, I think that's the irony, is a lot of the reason for showing up at these protests is to, kind of quote unquote out these protesters and identify them and send their names to the Trump administration. And yet, they won't identify themselves.
Yoni, Ramsey said that he smacked you. Did you get smacked? Let me look at Yoni.
Nah, I don't think I fucking got smacked.
Nah, little Pally stupid boy had to hire 2 black kids to come and attack little Yoni.
Yeah, 2 private security for me. I'm really honored.
You didn't have a clue that the body cams were rolling, so we're going to upload the body cams very shortly to send to the DC police, and let's see how he's going to like his face plastered and up for a hate crime. What do you think, Yoni? Hate crimes are good?
I think it's a great idea. That is a great idea.
Grand larceny and destruction of property. So, and he got his phone back for free because, us Jewish people have insurance on our stuff.
Yeah. Pulled the phone right out of a woman's hand. Classic. Hired 2 people.
Classic Palestinian stupidity.
Dr. Yoni Klutz over here, and I'm here to help some people out. I'm good at converting Islamists. I'm here to give them a pager. Let's see how it goes. Hey, ma'am, you forgot your pager. Oh, hey, what's up? Cereal boy, what's up, baby? How's it going? You forgot your pager.
Pager.
You want your pager? Cracky.
Bro, you're a crack.
Cracky, take a pager.
No.
You want a pager, Cracky?
No.
Cracky, pager.
Oh.
Shalosh, time, boom.
You're a fucking crackhead.
Oh.
Come put in my pocket.
Fake press terrorist. What's up, pager?
Oh my god, fake press?
Fake press terrorist. Oh, you want to?
New, bro?
Oh, what's up? What's up? Where's your armband? Where's your armband? Here's your pager. You forgot it. You forgot your pager, dude.
Yeah, you're a clown, bro. You know that, right?
What? Show your.
You're a clown chick.
You have a different kafia for every day of the week?
You're a clown chick.
You have a different kafia?
Wait, why does he look like a fucking ninja turtle?
Yeah, right. He's got the Ninja Turtle kafia on. You got the Ninja Turtle ISIS. Ninja Turtle ISIS. I have your pager, Nardine. Nardine, I have your pager. I don't know why. If Nadine dropped her pager, I just want to give it back to her.
Israelis are mad at the US, with some Israelis online calling for the United States to be attacked by Israel because they're mad at Trump for not going to war on their behalf against Iran, with this guy saying one symbolic bomb in Washington will remind Donald Trump that he is not omnipotent and will restore our national honor. Yeah, I don't know what a symbolic bomb is, but nothing on earth can ever restore your national honor. And the comments underneath from his fellow Israelis or Zios are just as deranged. This person, for example, replied and said, "We did it on some Tuesday in September. Didn't we?" That's what they say. This person says that there are Israeli sleeper cells in the United States that they can awaken anytime. Remember that Western media has been talking about Iranian sleeper cells in America, which is of course not only not true, but is also very similar to the propaganda they had during the Iraq war. And I'm only bringing this up because can you imagine what the reaction would be if all of these threats against Donald Trump and the US were coming from the other side, the Iranian side or the Muslim side? While these open threats from Zios and Israelis online are allowed to stay up indefinitely.